Abidjan, the major urban center and economic capital of Côte d'Ivoire, home to about 4.7 million people. This accounts for 20% of the country's total population. These features and its skyscrapers have perhaps made it more popular than the country's capital, Yamoussoukro. The drums and dance of the people of Côte d'Ivoire is another attraction, as the city hosts representatives of 125 countries at the 2021 World Tourism Day celebration.
Our sector can help to bridge gaps of opportunity in many parts of the world. Across Africa, we see countless cases of young people being the first in their families to get an education or a job, thanks to tourism. We also see rural communities embracing tourism to generate opportunities and future of the other people. This is what tourism for inclusive growth means.
After the opening speeches, exhibition stands receive attention. The focus of discussion here is how can tourism live up to its inclusive growth opportunity, and the experts agree that making domestic tourism more attractive is the solution.
Abidjan is opening, the opportunity for me, even though nobody here asked me, is I'm letting Kenyans and East Africans and fellow people who follow and interact with me to come along for the ride.
It's usually important to prove that you can do it, because a lot of the time we feel that government has got all the money, and therefore when we go to government with any proposal, the government is going to give us money. It doesn't work like that.
What remains is action plan on improving domestic tourism, not just on the part of the government but also by Africans.
Inclusive growth.
September 27th every year is recognized and designated World Tourism Day. But what's the big deal about tourism? A quick check at tables of leading countries for tourism arrival, international tourism receipts, or by international expenditures leaves Nigeria ranking low among other African countries and globally. But how have we excluded ourselves in this conversation of billions of dollars available to this sector? We took a tour of some potential sites that could promote tourism around the country and their challenges. One of the foremost sites is the Yankari Resort in Bauchi State, a state nicknamed the Pearl of Tourism owing to the numerous tourist attractions. Aside Yankari, there are more than 10 tourist sites in the state, some of them developed, others are not.
If the state is really serious about tourism development, they should put some actions on ground. The first thing is, I think they should bring out a tourism master plan.
Although Bauchi State is relatively safe, but like many parts of the northeast region, insecurity has ravaged the tourism sector. From Bauchi State, we'll move to the north central region of the country, Kwara this time, and what do we have? There seems to be a lot to be done by governments at all levels to ensure commercial viability of tourism centers in the state. This is the Asia Museum in Irepodu local government area, established in 1945. Not much can be seen or said in terms of commercial viability. The Kajala waterfalls in Ifelodu local government area, also said to be the longest in West Africa, is as deserted as it could possibly appear. But the government says it is upbeat on getting these sites to world map. Still in the north central region is Plateau State, known as the home of peace and tourism. There are numerous tourist attractions spread across the local government areas with attractive hills, mountainous areas as well as recreational centers. There is the National Museum, Jos, a tripartite tourist center. Other tourist attractions scattered across the state include the Sphere Hills, Wase Rocks, as well as the Pandam Game Reserves and the Kurang Volcanic Mountain. Let's take you down to the south-south region of the country. Cross River State hosts an annual carnival which draws tourists and have brought in some economic fortune to the state. Some tourists who visited the Obudu Ranch Resort, another attraction to the state, holiday home. Abeokuta in Ogun State perhaps has been made popular as a tourist site by the distribution of rocks in the ancient city and the famous Olumo Rock. Olumo Rock as a tourism site is a fusion of the old and the modern, and a historic site, pride of the Egbas. During its downtime, it records about 1,500 visitors and doubles that at peak periods. Everywhere in Lagos appears all built up with a few historic sites that support this sector. The National Theatre is one of the historic destinations in Lagos. It is an architectural masterpiece that was built some 45 years ago, but in recent years, the edifice has become a shadow of itself, prompting the recent intervention by the federal government and the Lagos state government, partnering with the Central Bank of Nigeria for restoration. The COVID-19 pandemic provided a reset button for the globe. The United Nations World Tourism Organization says it represents an opportunity to rethink the future of tourism sector. Will Nigeria join the League of International Destinations for Tourism? The figures will tell when computed during another celebration next year. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.